sports, it's in the game.
Welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Guys, checking in with the Wolverines head coach before the game. This running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Back to you.
All right, Holly. The Ducks headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll run it. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Making the adjustment on the play. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. 4th down, Underwood. Breaks the tackle. Shakes a man, and he might take off. The 30. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Pretty good job on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 32-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Takes the handoff. It's Edwards. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. What a great job they've done in Big Ten play up to this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals and you have midpoints to the season where you're at right now. This is where you wanted to be. You wanted to be in the mix in one of the best conferences in all of college football, and Jesse, they're doing that in the Big Ten.
Yeah, they've been able...
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And sometimes as a quarterback, man, you're sitting on that sideline, and you watch the other guy go out and just deal, right? And put together a drive, score a touchdown, and you want to come out and you want to answer, and you want to be aggressive. And sometimes you take shots, sometimes you force things. So I would recommend to him, just stay within the offense, take what the defense gives you, don't be too aggressive.
Out wide right, it's Hawkins. Hits a seam wide open. Bulldozes his way through. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. At the 40, there he goes. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Quarterback keeper. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top is.
A shot for the end zone. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Throwing, Underwood. Turns it upfield. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. And the Wolverines want to move quickly. Bryce Underwood to the air again. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He stopped right there. Oh, he might have been a step away from taking that one a long way. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. Moore, play action. Rolls right. He's going to take off. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Man, what a nice run by the QB. Great job exploding, getting upfield, and then smartly getting out of bounds. And, man, how hard is it to stop an offense with a guy at the quarterback spot that's so dynamic?
Buying a little time to his left. He's going to let one go back to the middle. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Neither team's wasted time putting points on the board. They've got it back, down 14-10. At the 35, he's loose. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
Well, we're only in the first quarter, and already this guy has 2 explosive runs. He told us coming into this one he thought he could have a big day statistically against this defense. It was something he saw on film that made him believe he was going to have a lot of success, and he's already doing it now. He is breaking off big ones. He's showing you the vision. He's showing you the speed. Defense has no idea how to stop him.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Finds his man. It's Marsh. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver. They're working on the crossing route. And a big thing for the quarterback there, you've got to be able to give your receiver time to work through all the traffic, get by the linebackers in the middle of the field, and work all the way over to the other side. The offensive line has to give the quarterback time, and the QB's got to be patient, but it all worked out perfectly, and they're able to get a big play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Just going to keep it after the snap. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
The Wolverines need to pick it up on 4th down. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on.
Caught, and he's got room. The 50. He's at the 30. Inside the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. Play of the period, 1st down here. Quarterback changing the play. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. See some running room. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Runs through a tackle. Good, strong tackle.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Underwood. He's got the tight end. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, 3rd downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the 1st down.
And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
I know as a quarterback, he's your best receiver. He's one of the best in the country, but it's going to be hard to get completions thrown his way on 3rd down into double coverage. On that one, you got to let your eyes take you somewhere else because someone else was probably open.
And here they come going for the 1st down on 4th and 2. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Touchdown, Michigan. And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they'll try the 2-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. Here's Underwood to throw. Intercepted to stop the threat.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time he just tried to force it into a tiny window. Ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He locked up and held on to bring him down.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. trying to get everyone on the same page. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down. And the Ducks send out the punt unit. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. So here comes the Michigan offense. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
Throwing, Underwood. He's got it. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Pass to 6. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. There he goes. How about that play on the ground? They get him out of bounds at the 34.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Moore with the play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Long way to go on 2nd down. On play action. And the defense gets home with the pressure and knock him down for a loss, but there are penalty markers down. Let's sort that out. Free yards. 1st down for the offense after that penalty. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's Moore to throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Making the adjustment. A relatively short but effective gain. He's out of bounds at the 11.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run him again. Shakes off the defender. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Another 3rd down stop for this defense, and they're excited, but you always kind of got to watch. Like, they shouldn't go for it on 4th down here in their own end, but this team has shown they are not scared. 4th down is just another down. They will stay aggressive. I don't know if they read the analytics or not, but it usually says 4th down, and I'm going for it.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. 4th down, Underwood. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Finds some room. At the 30. Running inside the 20. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. On the move. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. The Ducks signal for their 1st timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. Touchdown, Wolverines! Better on the end zone. He's got it! Trying to push the lead to a field goal with his 2-point conversion attempt. He'll be stopped short, and the 2-point try goes awry, and this lead remains at 1. Deep in the end zone, it's Hawkins. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Throwing more. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. Now here's Moore. Snags it. On the move at the 30. Breaks into the open. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
Guess that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Quarterback empties his backfield. Underwood fires it down the seam. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. On first down from the 13-yard line. Changing the routes with his receiver. Sets his feet. It's Underwood. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Here's Underwood to throw. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Drops back on first down. Turns it upfield. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man, or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. They'll line up for a second down play. On the move, it's Edwards. Turning it on. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at North Carolina taking on the number 11 team, the Florida State Seminoles. And it's the home squad looking to come out on top in what has been a high-scoring affair. And I love that neither team fears this moment. Gotta see which defense is able to make a stand.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They'll go play action with Moore. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch in stride inside the 15. And he scores! Touchdown, Oregon!
And that's exactly why you do play action. You freeze linebackers, you freeze safeties, you open up spots on the field and take big shots. The offense capitalizes and gets the big touchdown.
He's got the two-point conversion, and they build on that lead. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Looking for a crease. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 50. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Brings it back out to his own 29-yard line before going out of bounds, and his offense will have the ball there. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. From the gun. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Moore. Soft spot in the middle. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. The Ducks are marching down the field. Defense showing blitz here. Looking for room. It's Edwards. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play. And the Ducks moving quickly to the line.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second.
Grabs it. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. The Ducks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. A first down run on the doorstep. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Now on the move. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wide receiver comes in motion. Throwing, Underwood. They're all over him. Setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute those.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Moore, play action. time to his left. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Ducks. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. Complete downfield. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Caught. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. The Wolverines want to crank the tempo. They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, gonna throw it. Fired in there, but incomplete. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. From the gun, the running back has it. There he goes. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they got it at the 42.
And man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he
snags it, and he's open. It's a fumble. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Hey, man, he really hasn't been the problem today. How about that? He's rushed for over 100 yards, another big chunk play on the ground. They've continued to be able to run the football well, but here now in the second half.
Throws toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball is thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
And he tacked on the extra point. To a drive there of 84 yards. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. Defensive coordinators showing heat before the snap. They'll test the right side. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Moore. Looking down the middle. Incomplete. A 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
Well, no doubt that's where the quarterback wanted to go with the ball from jump, but better job by the defense forcing the incompletion.
Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. Myers on the move. He's got it. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the back. Moore to the air. Left side is Edwards. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Dante Moore wants to throw again. A little release to the back. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. They'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Churns into the pile. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Oregon! They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Quarterback signaling to his guys. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Breaks into the open. The 50. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Michigan! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. That's his 3rd score of the game, and he's up to double figures with 10 on the season.
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And he added the extra point. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Here's Moore to throw. Takes a shot as he lets it go. A full dive to haul that one in. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. The give as they work on that clock. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Right side, it's Moore. Makes the catch. Got enough space. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. To the back. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. They get to him as he throws. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Under pressure. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the 1st down on a 2nd and long. The Ducks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Ducks! Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5. And he makes the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Just feeds the running back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back.
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Back has it. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, you know, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
There's a great example of the offensive coordinator and quarterback being on the exact same page. The coordinator's anticipating man coverage. The quarterback recognizes it, and immediately he knows which receiver to go to attack this defense.
And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Brought down.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Defense might bring the house here. In the gun on third down, Moore. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game. And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Hits inside. It's Marshall. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Handoff again. Defense all over it. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. Well, they called that an ISO play, and it was isolated for a loss.
And they try to isolate a linebacker inside and really run the football right at you, right down the middle. But you better move those big defensive linemen out of the way and create some space. They didn't do it, and you could tell that's why the ball went nowhere.
Underwood from the gun on third down. Out wide left, it's Marsh. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Underwood. A deep throw as the clock winds down. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And this defense has put a game together. It is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football.
Got it down the field. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play. It'll look nice in the stats column, but probably not enough to make a difference in the game. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Again, it's Underwood. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And the pass will be incomplete, looking for a little window dressing at the end, but the ball game is over. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.